Happy 2018. As you can see, I'm not in my dorm today, I'm out at my parents' house. It's been a nice couple weeks off from school. How was your Christmas? How was your New Year's? I hope they went well, mine did. I wanted to make a quick video just to address why it's been so long since I've posted and kind of what happened at the end of 2017. So, as you probably know from my other videos, I participated in NaNoWriMo during November of 2017. Unfortunately, I did not reach 50,000 words by the end of the month. Somewhere around the middle of the month, there was a 3-day weekend where I was almost caught up right before, and then I didn't write at all for 3 days. And I got so far behind that I just kind of stopped trying. You know, I can make a bunch of excuses about the essays I had due or all of the things going on in my life, but what really happened is that I started to lose faith in myself. Now, as you know, the project that I was working on, that I'm still working on, is very close to me. It's a project I care a lot about and I've spent a lot of time on it already. And writing in NaNoWriMo is a different sort of writing than I'm used to. It's really fast-paced, and you have to allow yourself to write badly sometimes. And I know that as a writer, I have this cycle of insecurity that makes me question often, is my writing good enough? Is this going to do justice to how much this work means to me? Is it going to mean that much to other people? Is my writing going to kill my idea? And so throughout the month I started to notice that I was pumping out so many chapters, but I didn't feel like the writing was high quality. Now, realistically, that's what writing is. You can go back and you can improve it, but you just have to get your ideas down. But I got really insecure about it about midway through the month. Additionally, as you may remember from some of my other videos, I had a good amount of work already written going into NaNoWriMo that I wasn't going to count toward my 50,000 words. But pre-existing, I had 8 chapters written before I started on the 1st of November. I do this thing with my mom where I let her read a couple chapters at a time as I'm going, and it's kind of like a first stage of beta reading. And she tells me what she likes about them and what she doesn't like, and well, she hadn't gotten around to chapters 7 and 8 until around the middle of November. And after talking to her about chapter 7, she expressed some concerns about one of the characters and their behavior. And these were concerns that I already had because I was already feeling insecure about the direction this character was taking. And after hearing that indeed the reader felt the same way I did as a writer, and then to hear that chapter 8 was okay, you know, one of those chapters that moves the plot forward but isn't super interesting, I kind of thought, you know, maybe I don't know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. I plotted this book out a lot, but maybe I'm losing focus. Maybe I'm losing direction for these characters and these chapters. And so even though I was farther along, down around chapter 15 during NaNoWriMo, the things that I hadn't been able to go back and fix in chapters 7 and 8 really bugged me. Because I'm the type of writer who likes to edit as he goes. And because NaNoWriMo is so fast-paced, I didn't have time to do that. And, you know, I kind of thought, what's the point of continuing to write if I'm going to have to change it all later because I have to go back and change some fundamental flaws in chapters 7 and 8. And so after writing about 12,000 words in the middle of November, I kind of gave up. And I didn't touch it for the rest of November. And I didn't touch it in December. And by the end of December, it was almost impossible to think about making a video. And it was easier to put off making a video than to talk to you all about what happened. Now I could talk about the essays that I had due, or the events that I was going to, or the trip home for Thanksgiving that all got in the way of writing. But I realized, and I had to remind myself, the only thing that was holding me back from writing and finishing was me. I'm the one who didn't follow through. I'm the one who struggles with a daily writing habit. These things don't make me a bad writer, but they hold me back from being a great writer. It's okay to be insecure about your work. Sometimes you're going to feel like I'm the greatest writer in the world, and you're going to be on a roll for 3 days straight. Sometimes you're going to feel like your writing is crap. But what you have to do is keep writing anyways. Because you can never let your insecurity prevent you from putting words on paper. So over Christmas break, I read a lot. I watched a lot of Netflix. I studied storytelling in movies and books. And by the end of vacation, here I am, and I've picked up the pen again. I went back and I addressed the flaws in chapters 7 and 8, and I carried those corrections through until where I had left off in the middle of NaNoWriMo. Today I have about 33,000 words written and 15 chapters complete. I'm a couple chapters away from finishing part 1 of the book, and that means I'm a third of the way done with the second draft. And even though right now I feel like I'm at the top, there's going to be more times later on writing this book and writing every book that I feel like I'm at the bottom again. It's going to be important for me to remember this experience when I'm feeling that way in the future. Because hey, I want to devote my life to literature. I want to spend my life writing. And naturally, life has ups and downs. But I believe that my writing will always improve, and that I will be able to tell my stories. Not because I want to, but because I have to. Because they are a part of me. So writers, forgive yourself if you go MIA for a little bit, or don't finish NaNoWriMo. Don't let it stop you from picking it back up and running on. Thanks, have a great week, and I'll see you soon.